Hi. It has been a very long time since I have made a video. Well, probably not a very, very long time, but it has been a while. It's been a hot minute, and a lot of people have been saying, you need to make videos again, you need to make videos again, yada, yada, yada. And even when I was making videos before, it's not like I was making them all the time, but I think I was trying to make one a week, pertaining to my health journey and my progress and lack of progress or whatever was going on that week. So I'm going to try to get back into doing that. I find them helpful in a way because, it's my chance to kind of speak what's on my mind, how things are going. And sometimes communication is not always effective via a word or a post or a text or an email or something like that. Sometimes you just have to hear the person say it. You have to see their emotion. You have to that. To me is really important. So I'm going to try to do a little vlog, maybe weekly, if I can. Obviously, there's some people on YouTube that make it like it's their job. They make videos all the time, and I watch some of them, and they're great, and more power to them. I think that's awesome. Obviously, making YouTube videos is not my job. Teaching is my job, and other things, are definitely up there as my focus and important daily activities over making videos. But I will try to make one maybe once a week. But I do want to share this, and I think this is part of why I have hesitated to make videos. Because it's one thing to type things, it's one thing to post pictures, but when you are actually talking and you're actually putting yourself out there in this fashion, it does make you very vulnerable. And I don't really worry about the strangers that see this, the people that don't know me, that don't see me on a regular basis, family that aren't my family, that aren't my close friends. I don't really worry about them. But I think subconsciously or maybe consciously, I get concerned about doing a video and having those that I do see on a regular basis or that are family members or anything like that. I do worry about that judgment. What is she doing on YouTube? Doesn't she have anything better to do? What? Just millions of things go in my mind, and I think and I think that holds me back. I'm no, I can't do that because this is, really making things wide open to the world, so to speak. And it's not like I'm getting on here and saying anything bad or negative to put myself in a bad position. It's just, it's just sharing life. It's sharing my struggles and my good days and bad days with my weight loss journey and things like that. But that is one reason I do believe, and I will be honest and share with you that I sometimes, or for a long time, have kind of stepped back and not done a video because I worry about what other people think, and I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. And obviously I'm doing this now, so I don't completely, but I do worry about what other people think. So I will say this, if you're free to think about whatever you want to think about me. But this is one way I'm going to go about sharing my journey. So if you are not a fan, just don't watch. That's cool with me. I respect that. If you are a fan, and by fan, it could mean anything. If you just are curious or you can find some sort of motivation from something that I'm sharing, then great. Because honestly, that's the whole point of why I even made a whole Facebook page to my journey, because I thought, well, let me make something separate that is not my main page, that can just be about my health journey, because, let's face it, there's tons of people that probably think I'm so sick of seeing a person post a plate of food or talk about that they went to the gym or that they checked in at the gym or this, that, and the other. So I was like, you know what? Make a separate page. Then if you don't want to hear about it, it's so super simple. You just click unfriend. We will get over it. we'll both survive. But, so, here are these videos. That is that. Moving on. Okay, so I've had a couple people message me, and like today in one of my posts on Facebook, I had Jessica and I can't remember her name. Let me look. Cindy mention about how did I get started. How did I get started? Well, I have never, and I know I've said this before, so this is going to sound repetitive, but I have never in my life, ever, look into my eyes, ever thought I would like to run. And by run, I mean my pace. And I am, and this is a whole separate conversation, but, some people out there are like, well, you're only a runner if you fill in the blank. I'm a runner, okay? I'm a runner. If we want to discuss that separately, we'll discuss that separately. But I never thought ever that I would like that. In fact, I remember being in high school and like younger grades and thinking, what is track? People just run in a circle. All they do is run in a circle and then they stop. They start at the same place and they end at the same place. I thought it was ridiculous. I thought real sports, which we know this is ridiculous, are like, football and baseball and volleyball and basketball and blah, 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 blah. Well, clearly, I was incorrect. Running is very much an athletic sport and very much a sport. Let's just put it that way. But how did I get started? Well, I do recall, when I first began my journey, I was around 375, 380. And obviously, I didn't start at that point. I didn't go to the gym that week when I started, and I didn't, just start to jog. But I thought about it. I thought about it a lot, and I knew in the back of my mind that was something I wanted to try, but I was very self-conscious. It was hard enough to go to the gym and get on a treadmill and just walk at a decent pace without constantly thinking like, what is this person thinking? What is that person thinking? But again, I didn't realize these people aren't paying attention. I'll speak for myself. I don't pay attention to other people when I'm at the gym. I really don't. Okay, every once in a while I might see something kind of funny and I'll remember it. But I don't pay attention to the person on either side of me at the treadmill. I know sometimes I've seen posts like, some people are on the treadmill and if they see somebody else next to them like they're racing, I don't race anybody because, first of all, I don't really care what you're doing. I care that you're doing something to improve your health, but I don't really care what pace you are or how many miles you're doing more than me or less than me. I don't care. So, but backtrack to when I was first starting, I was super concerned and worried that, what do I look like? I'm this 370 plus pound woman and I'm on a treadmill walking, and it consumed me. But I kept going, and, I was having success, and I was losing some weight, and it was awesome. And then finally, I can remember it. I finally decided one day when I was at the gym, I was like, I'm going to try to run, or try to jog. And I only jogged for like 30 seconds. And it wasn't like an interval where then I walked for like 3 minutes and then I did another 30 seconds. I might have done it like a couple times, but that was it. But I felt super accomplished. And I just knew, that was the start of something. It was just a start. And I think that would be one thing that I would say to anyone. I mean, I was like 300, probably by the time I started that, I was probably like around 360 or something, or 350 maybe. But, think about it, 350 pounds and I'm jogging. I really feel like, and I have bad knees. I don't have the best knees, but I've never let that stop me. My mom is like, she was very concerned when I would first sign up for these races and do these races. She's like, what about your knees? What about your knees? Knock on some wood for me, please. But my knees, and obviously it could also contribute to the fact that I am losing weight, and I've lost quite a bit of weight, but my knees have held up awesome. So something to be said for that. But my advice to you, I guess, because I'm running out, I don't know how much time I have before my computer says I can't record anymore. But my advice to anybody, no matter what your weight is, if you want to start running, start slow. Just start at your own pace. Don't worry about what's happening next to you, what somebody else posts about what their time is. Don't even worry about that, because your body is not their body, and vice versa. You don't know what it's like to walk in their shoes, and they don't know what it's like to walk in your shoes. So just get started. Write out a plan and say, okay, today at the gym, I'm going to try to jog for 30 seconds. And then maybe I'm going to try to and then I'm going to walk for 2 or 3 minutes. And then I'm going to try it again. And maybe I'll try that 5 times. And maybe for that day, that is good enough. That is good enough for you, because it's something different and it's something you're trying. And then maybe you tell yourself, maybe not the next time I go to the gym, but maybe then the following time that I go to the gym, I'll do it again, and just work on that for a week. And then maybe the next time you bump it up a little bit. Maybe you jog for 45 seconds, or maybe you change the speed that you do. But I would definitely advise, keep track of it. Keep a little journal, write down the date, write down the intervals that you do, and I definitely recommend intervals. Like, I've done 3 half marathons, I've done some 2 10Ks or 1 10K or 2, I don't remember, and quite a few 5Ks. I still do intervals. That's the way I run, jog, walk. My pace has definitely improved. I can jog longer than I walk on my intervals. But that all takes time. It all takes time. And so I really feel like if this girl right here, the girl that never appreciated running, never looked at it as something that would be any kind of enjoyable to do, I think if I can do it, you can do it. But just start slow, start at your ability level, find a way that you can do it, and then challenge yourself just a little. You don't want to, and I'm guilty of this, you don't want to become complacent. You don't want to, find your zone and then stay there. Like, I'm at that point now where now I'm starting to I need to now change. I'm at a comfort zone with certain paces that I know in order to improve, I need to get out of that comfort zone. And that's what I've started to do for a couple weeks now. And so that's what I would advise to you. I think some people are like, treadmills are so boring. And they can be. I don't get on the treadmill every day and think, this is so exciting. This is so fun. No, not every day is a walk in the park. But I think I have quite an imagination, and I have the ability. I think the thing that I love about the treadmill is that I will get on the treadmill and I will go someplace totally different. I will visualize myself doing something totally different. I go to another place, and music on, I'm somewhere else. And I think that is part of the reason why I love running, and I love the treadmill, and even outdoors, because I'm able to go someplace in my mind, and I'm able to visualize myself in the future, and that motivates me. So I would recommend that for anybody else. But I hope this was helpful. I don't want to run out of time and not be able to upload this, and that would be a travesty. So I hope this was helpful to anyone that is looking into trying, running, or just don't be afraid. Fear is the number one reason that we hold back, and we think, could I have, should I have? It's fear. Just give it a try. And then if it doesn't work, and you move on. But at least you know that you tried. All right? So hopefully you guys will be hearing from me more. We'll see. But thanks for listening, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye!